Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start with apprenticeships, I just wanted to take you back to when you left school. What did you actually do? What information, advice and guidance did you get to your career and where you are today? Some of you might have gone to college to do secretarial skills. Some of you might have gone on to do an apprenticeship, perhaps in mining or shipbuilding, although I don't think there's that many people as old as that. But, you know, so just think about that. What you did when you left school. Where did you go? What information, advice and guidance did you get? It's very difficult today for young people who are leaving school to identify what they would like to do, and we help with all the information, advice and guidance on that. So we have the apprenticeship system. It's really good. It's for anyone who is 16 plus, and there are different levels of apprenticeships. Apprenticeships level 2 is equivalent to 5 GCSEs at all levels for us old people who didn't do GCSEs. Then we go on to an advanced level 3, which is equated to A levels. So those people who have done A levels, you are at a level 3 standard. You can then progress on to a level 4, which is equated to a higher apprenticeship and a HND. Each apprenticeship has a framework, and that framework's been set by the Sector Skills Council. The Sector Skills Council will meet with many businesses of many different sectors to produce the framework for NVQs. So in construction, they'll have met with many construction organisations, administration, IT, cultural heritage, they'll have all met to provide the framework. So within the framework, you've got vocational qualifications, a technical certificate. A technical certificate is an online test which tests the underpinning knowledge of what they are learning in the NVQ and in the workplace. Also, numeracy, literacy and ICT. A lot of young people or older people perhaps didn't achieve maths and English, so we help with the maths and English and ICT, and that produces the framework for the full apprenticeship. Because of the reform, you all heard about that a fortnight, 3 weeks ago from the government, a lot of funding is being changed. We have a funding called Train to Gain. I'm sure some of you will have heard of that. That is going to be replaced by adult apprenticeships. Now with Train to Gain, any person who is employed or in voluntary work can do an NVQ. This may be free of charge depending on prior qualifications, up to a level 4. If you have employed people or people working for you who are in a voluntary position, let me know, because that funding is going. And once that funding has gone, it's then adult apprenticeships. And adult apprenticeships is a lot more involved. So you need to act quickly on that. The training provided, there are a number of training providers. Adult Learning Centre is one of the providers that we use. And we've got colleges and private training providers. Again, because of the reform, a lot of the private training providers are going, not right this minute, but in the future because of the funding.
Okay, that's it. That was it.
Anyway, what's happened? And I am not very good with technology. Okay, so what's the benefit of an apprenticeship? What's the benefit of you taking on an apprentice? The costs of that is in more detail in the handout we'll give you out later. But for an apprentice would work 37 hours a week, and that and the cost for minimum wage is £2.57 per hour, which you will need to find for your apprentice. Another benefit is you become competitive, productive. It also reduces staff turnover. Young people motivate your current staff. They are enthusiastic, okay, and they are there to learn. It's more cost effective than having skilled staff, because training the apprentice in your own working environment, your own work ethics. If you take on an older person in your organisation, they've got ideas of what they should be doing in your workplace. Where if you take on an apprentice, you are moulding that young person. You're teaching them your work ethics, your ethos of that organisation, and you are moulding them and hopefully enabling them to become full-time members of staff, progressing from the level 2 onto a level 3 and eventually becoming a manager. We do have young people who have gone through that system and have become a manager by the age of 22. So it's an ideal way for the young people. Yes.
So how do you, with age discrimination, do you just advocate that we just ignore the older employees?
No. The apprentice from school is 16 plus. Apprenticeships go right through.
Oh, I know that.
Yes.
You're saying if we get them in young, we will lose what we want?
Yes. The older apprenticeship at the moment,
Just being slightly older.
yes, you can still do an apprenticeship.
I think I might find a little bit too qualified.
Yes, but you could still do an
Oh no, I have
apprenticeship.
staff who do apprenticeships
Yes.
at the age of 50 odd. I
Yes.
just disagree with the idea of bringing in young people to mould them.
Yes.
So,
If you decide that you wanted an apprentice, all of the recruitment fees, the recruitment is free of charge. I do all of the recruitment. What I require from you is a job description, which we talk about. We make sure you have the right person for the right job. We screen the people. We make sure that once they have applied for your vacancy, we do pre-selection. We put them through various tests and exams, and we help that young person. So when you have young people ready, we will say to you, it's now you to interview them, so it's like a second interview. The young people are learning new skills and becoming experienced, and it's an excellent way to invest in your company for the apprenticeships. If you're thinking about taking on an apprentice, as I say, I'll meet with you and we identify a job description, and I advertise it. If you think, oh well, I don't really want an apprentice yet, I would like to take an apprentice on in the summer. The school leaving is the 30th of June. Although I can do all of the recruitment up to the 30th of June, they can't actually start with you to the 1st of July on an apprenticeship. Although the young person will probably leave in Easter and think they are ready, school funding is right up till the 30th of June. So if you would like to take the apprentice, or you're interested in talking further about apprenticeships, I'm quite willing for free of charge to come and talk to you all individually about that.
Thank you. Basically, this is just a recap of the things that we deliver ourselves that can be of any help to you. If you do have any queries or you want any further help or any free advice, that's us. Jane Cooper, Karen Wilkinson, and that's our telephone number. We have got handouts with slides involved, and so that has all the websites on them as well, so you needn't worry about them either. Thanks very much.